Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Kainoa Fuiava, who is a defensive lineman out of Idaho State. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Can you just describe to our viewers just a little bit about your overall career?
Went to Warren High School. Got recruited out of there by Coach Kafusi to BYU. After that, played at BYU for 2 years. Then ended up entering the transfer portal. Then got recruited by Coach Fafita. And now I'm about to be a senior at Idaho State.
Cool. So, I mean, obviously you have this, just very unique journey. I mean, obviously going to BYU first and then eventually coming to, ISU. I don't know, just walk me through that whole transfer process a little bit. I mean, how'd you end up at Idaho State?
So for me, going from high school straight to college, being a star athlete, in your high school, I tend to forget that once I entered in college, you're basically resetting. You become like a senior all the way back into being a freshman again. So I was really impatient. So that's my decision with me entering the transfer portal. Then when I entered the transfer portal, I reached back into my high school coaches, to get my name back out there, that I'm reopening my recruiting process. And then, all the coaches, or many coaches, all reached out to me and everything. But one coach that really stuck out was Coach Fafita at Idaho State. The way that he recruited me, instead of giving me all the good stuff about how schools are and everything, he just started throwing all the bad stuff at me and talking about, or just giving me everything that that would catch my eye, and then I would be left with no surprises and everything. And basically, he was telling me, like, look, here's all this stuff about this school. He was like, look, I'm a great coach. You want to get to the next level? I'm telling you, if you come with me, I could get you there, but it's going to be a grind. And that's when he told me that just straight out of the clear, I put all my money on him. So I went through it.
Cool. So, I mean, obviously, you started at BYU. You were really, I don't know, behind really some great talent there on the defensive line. So, I mean, you're kind of, I don't know, trying to bide your time a little bit. And, it's just kind of hard kind of getting in the rotation there with, all these, big Kafusis in front of you. So it's just kind of the way that it goes. Kainoa, I have you listed in my notes about 6'3", 285 pounds. I understand that you guys more or less run a 3-4 scheme at Idaho State. Talk to me a little bit about maybe what you believe is the best part of your game.
My best part of my game is, stopping the run. My size and my athleticism, I'm able to do a lot more what others probably can't do. I'm big enough to play on the inside, stand bigger guys up and everything, hold my ground, hold my gap. And then I'm also athletic enough to be able to cover some ground, of me playing in this 3-4. Our job is to take on blocks, have the linebackers run free. But and another thing, I guess, about me, I'm capable of doing more. I could take on 2 or 3 guys, and then still be able to make the play.
Right. Actually, today I was looking at a little bit of your film, and one of the things that really stuck out is that, you're always taking on double teams. And basically eating blocks so that maybe perhaps some of your your teammates end up making plays, but obviously as you're sitting there and you're fighting, I mean, you do find your way in the backfield, getting your own, fair share of sacks and tackles for loss. So kind of neat there. Kainoa, this off season is a little different for everybody. Obviously with quarantines and such. Talk to me a little bit about maybe where you've been working out and what you've been working on this off season to better your
game. So actually, we're actually working out as a team and everything. In the weight room, you just gotta wear masks, be isolated a little bit, and then be able to fill out forms and everything every day. And then so I guess what I'm working out now, what I'm focusing on right now is my footwork my footwork right now, and just trying to be faster, by competing with some of the guys that are just in the skill positions and everything, like in get offs or whatever. Just always just having to compete with someone is really pushing my like workouts into a higher intensity than what it is.
Well, my next question for you is, if there was maybe one particular play or moment in your playing history so far that really helped define you as a person, what would that play be? Can you kind of walk me through that?
It will be the play that I played. It will have been the play of my sophomore year against Portland State. During this time, we had a lot of injuries on the D-line, so I didn't really have a backup, and I was playing throughout the whole game. The way that Portland State holds their offense is a spread, so it was really tiring when, they're doing quick passes and then just me running to the ball all the time and everything. And then so the play that I'm talking about is the very last play of the game where we're up by, I think, 3 points, and they end up just doing a Hail Mary, and I get a forced sack or a forced fumble with a sack, and just to end the game, and then jumping around, just celebrating with my teammates.
Cool. So, my next question for you is, well, I understand that you have some experience with some other sports during your days in high school. Talk to me, maybe just about a little bit of those experiences and, how they have translated for you on the football field.
So one of the sports that I played growing up was rugby, and with rugby, we're taught how to tackle people without any equipment. So and back in Pop Warner, once like kids and everyone get like helmets and everything, they feel like oh, I got a helmet on, I can hit with my head and I won't get hurt and everything. So what rugby taught me is to always keep your head out of things, and learning how to the proper techniques of tackling and bringing them down. So that helped me a lot, preventing a lot of injuries. Like I never had a concussion or anything. Hopefully I don't have one in the future, knock on wood. And then the other sports I played, was basketball, baseball, hockey, and soccer, which all that just helped with my agility of my footwork and just always being on my feet.
Cool. So let's step aside from sports for just a little bit. Kainoa, just tell me a little bit about yourself. Anything really that you're willing to share, maybe something that not a lot of people know, or just some of your interests overall.
I mean, I'm talented and athletic enough to, do backflips and stuff. And, I love just to hang out with, family, friends, just like a homebody type, play video games and stuff. I'm actually pretty good at that, playing any video game and card games. Just love it.
Cool. And, obviously, you're of Samoan heritage. I feel like a lot of people really know truly what that means. Just kind of a sense of pride and expectations and such like that. Anything more you want to add, just with regards to like who you are, um, you know, just as a
With
person?
me, with me being Polynesian, it makes me uh, hold myself with higher standards. Uh, of being Samoan, like, we're taught to be strong and everything. So, basically I have to, work harder and do everything, make sure that I still hold that title of, being strong, being athletic and everything. So that that's that's what I have to hold of, me being Polynesian. And then another thing about it, like in the Polynesian culture of growing up, like we're always taught to be humble, just don't be going off and be bragging and everything, be humble and, just keep it to yourself.
Cool. Well, as we wrap up, I do want to ask just a couple more questions for you. I do ask everybody this question. I know it is kind of, cliche-ish, but why do you play football?
I play football because it's like football is my escape plan from everything, from reality, whatever's going on that I have. Football is the only thing that could take me away, and like it's like a breath of fresh air of what's of everything. And then so my motive, that what keeps me going, is my family, my friends, and having all those people just look up to me, and then just knowing that I can't let them down in any other ways, just knowing without giving it my all. So that's what I
Well,
plan to do.
and the very, very last question I have for you is just to give me your final pitch to a professional team as to, why they should draft you, sign you. What do you bring as a team?
Uh, you're gonna get a player that knows the game a lot well, like has high IQ, who reads players and formations and tend to find out what blocks are coming before it's even happening. You're gonna get a player that's not so much of a rah-rah but soft-spoken, but leads more with action than with words. And my plan is just to follow first, and then learning from what I'm following from, and then learning how to take in charge after that.
Great. Well, I do appreciate your time to, come and sit and chat with me a little bit about everything. Um, Again, this is Kainoa Fuiava. He's a great defensive lineman out of Idaho State. Uh, he's really one of my top defensive linemen at the small school level. Definitely check him out, and some of the other guys on his football team as well. Uh,
Mm.
Kainoa, thank you for your time, bud.
All right, thank you.